If you are feeling like everything is shifting and changing rapidly in your life and you really aren't sure sometimes which way is up, you're not alone. We are in times of very rapid change. And today we're talking about making more space for this transformation that's happening. So, welcome to the Energy Balancing class. Wonderful to have you all. Hi to those of you who are here. I'm Paige Apgar. I'm an energy medicine practitioner in the channel. You can find out more about me at soulslightenergyhealing.com. That link is in the description below. You can also find a link there to sign up for my email list, where you'll receive lots of updates on the energies and what's changing around us, and free self-testing video, and a lot more information. So today we are continuing what we talked about last week, which was around unbinding the heart. And the heart is a big part of transforming. When you're able to transform the energy of your heart and open into new states in the heart, you can make huge shifts in your life in how you are with things, and really move forward into these higher states of being, which is ultimately where we're all going. So we'll get to that at the end of our daily routine today. If you're here live, go ahead and say hello. Hi to everybody. And you can ask your questions as we're going through the class. If you're watching this after the fact, do post your questions and comments and I will get back to you. And please do like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So let's go ahead and get underway with our daily routine. We're going to start on the cheekbones and we're just tapping. This is stimulating the stomach meridian line. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we always want to get ourselves well grounded. One of the most important things as we're going through these incredible shifts and changes is to maintain the stability of your system. And one of the best ways to do that is with good grounding. So we spend a good amount of time at the beginning of each of these classes working with grounding because of that. Begin to connect to the floor with the bottoms of your feet. Really feel into that connection. In fact, push away from the floor, a little pressure with the feet. That helps stimulate the root chakra. Good to see you all today. Hope everyone's feeling well today. And now we're going to come down to the K27s. This is just under the inner edge of your collarbone. Find that spot. It's a good solid tap here, stimulating the energy of the kidney meridian line. And nice deep breaths. So it really feels like we have moved into a new phase of this transformation and change that we have been in for the last 2 years. It's almost like we were in states of preparation for this bigger change that was coming, or this more accelerated change, I guess is the best way to put it. And now we're really in it. We're in this accelerated phase. So you may be feeling that in your lives. And feel free to post in your comments if you are feeling that. I'd love to hear what's been coming up for you, how you're experiencing that. Everyone's experiencing it a little bit differently. And it can feel like a lot of push and pull, or a lot of up and down. One day you're this way, the next day you're that way, or if things are feeling really good and then they're not feeling good and then they're feeling good again, week to week maybe. Old things from the past coming up, as we've talked about before, but then also new possibilities, new opportunities opening up. And now come to the center of the sternum for the thymus gland. We'll tap here. So let's turn our attention to the feet now. And we're going to send the energy out, through the little toe, the pinky toe, to help ground the bladder line, grounding the yang energies, calming down some of that reactivity in the system. And then bring the energy back up through the bottoms of your feet. You should be feeling yourself settling in a little bit more with each breath. Let's bring awareness to the breath in this process. More and more present in this moment for your practice. Aware of your body, of your energy, but of how you are today, how you are in this moment. See what you notice as you send the energy down. You might need to do one foot and then the other. I like to close my eyes when I do it. It helps me really focus into what I'm doing. You can use visualization or you can feel into it. For some people, feeling into it is going to be more effective. And let's come now to under the breast. This is directly under the breast. We're working on the spleen neurolymphatic points here. Just a good solid tap under the breast. Get those neurolymphatics moving. And let's turn the attention now to the tailbone and send the energy down through the tip of the tailbone, down into the earth. Still coming back up through the bottoms of the feet. And now let's come to the side of the body, the spleen 21 point, your one hand width under your armpit here, the end of the spleen line, tapping to move the energy up the spleen line. And breathe. Okay, so let's just take a couple of breaths, really feel into the grounding. So you want to notice how you're feeling now that you've really established good grounding in your system. In fact, we'll stop tapping. Let's just bring the hands down by your sides and take a few breaths here. Relaxing and releasing. Okay, that feels good. Now we're going to go into our crossover, and today we're going to do the homolateral crossover, and then that's the older version of the cross patterning that we do in the Eden method. So this is a marching in place exercise. I'm going to start by bringing my hand to my knee, same side of the body. So we'll start by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now the palms are towards the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And now we're crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Twist at the waist if you can. And 11, 12, and palms to the floor and breathe. And back to straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and breathe. Crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and breathe. Back to straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe. And finish with a double set of crossing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And breathe. And see what you notice. Okay, we're going to move to the Wayne Cook now. So grab a seat, get my stool. And I'll begin by showing you the standard version and then the modification. So if you're able to do the standard version, it's best. And you're going to put your foot up on the opposite knee. I have my left foot on my right knee. My right hand is going on the ankle. Left hand grabs the bottom of the foot. And you're just going to hold here, just like this. If that doesn't work for you, you can cross your left foot over your right. So your feet are crossed at the ankles. Your hands come in front of you, back to back. Left hand comes up. Palms come together. Fingers interlace and turn it in. I apologize. I'm a little bit more zoomed in than usual today. So try to keep myself in the frame here. So I'm going back to this one. I'm just going to hold here. And let's tune into the foot that's on the floor. Tune into your hands and the position of your hands, the connection to your body. Continuing to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're just going to follow the breath here. We'll make it a mindful exercise. And this is such a great exercise for calming stress levels and calming emotions of all types. So if you're feeling a lot of intense emotion, this exercise will help you to come out of emotional overwhelm and back into an ability to clearly think through situations, work things out, etc. So we're just going to hold here and think about, finding calm in the midst of all of these changes. How do you want to be in the middle of all of what's going on around you. You might be feeling changes in your own life. You might be witnessing a lot of difficult things happening with other people, or just fast changes, unexpected changes. Setting an intention here for how you want to be as you go through this time of intense transformational change. And we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to bring my right foot up to my left knee. Left hand is on the ankle. Right hand grabs the bottom of the foot and hold. Of course, this is a nice stretch. And we are pulling up a little bit on the inhale and relaxing down on the exhale. So this is an energetic upward pull. Thinking about alignment, centering. Finding that nice, calm, still place inside, centered and balanced, grounded, stable. Making space for transformation, which is our topic today, is also about having the stability to make that space, having the calm, having the balance in place. It's hard to go through a transformational change. It's a lot more difficult if you don't have those pieces in place. Okay, let's bring that foot down, bring the fingertips together, the thumbs come to the brow, and you're going to take 2 deep breaths here. So all of your fingertips are together here. And now bring the fingers to the center of the forehead, push in and pull apart and down the sides of the face. Let your hands rest in your lap for just a moment and see how you feel. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stand up for the crown pull, which is next. All right, so you're going to bring your hands back up to the hairline. You're going to push in on the inhale, and on the exhale, pull an inch to either side. Nice firm pressure, move across the top of the head, and down the back of the head. All the way down the back of your neck to your shoulders. When you get to the shoulders, squeeze and take a deep breath in. And exhale and drag to the front. And now let's do some work with our neurolymphatic. So we're going to start here actually on the central meridian line. This is the central meridian neurolymphatic line. So it's right here where the arm meets the torso. If you were a rag doll, this is where you would be sewn together. We're going to dig in there, nice firm pressure. And just work your way all the way up along the joint. Whenever we're talking about significant transformation, which usually involves the releasing of old patterns, there's always a nervous system component because the nervous system has to adjust. It has to release the programming that it was holding, and it has to put new programming in place. And central meridian co-governs the nervous system. So we're going to use a little bit of intention here. And now let's go to the other side. We'll do the same thing over here. And now let's work our way in under the collarbone. So I'm just going to move under the collarbone, working my way back towards the center of the body. We're getting the governing meridian point. And then we're going to get a stomach meridian point. Hi, Rhonda. And keep moving in. And now you're back at your K27. And now let's go to the other side. We'll work our way in on that side. And now let's go to the navel. So you're going to find your navel and go an inch to either side. This is for the bladder meridian. Bladder also co-governs the nervous system. So central and bladder together. We're going to give that a good rub and work our way up from there. So come up an inch. And this is going to be for the triple warmer meridian. It's also the adrenal point. And up another inch. And that's for kidney meridian. I know sometimes these can be tiring for the arms. So take a break if you need to, that's fine. And now we're going to come to under the bottom rib. We're going to rub along that bottom rib, underneath the bottom rib. This is for small intestine. And small intestine is about choices. It's also about survival. Some of you might be facing big decisions right now. You might have had some changes come up that require making some big decisions. Okay, that feels good. Now we're going to go to the back of the body. So find your navel again. We'll travel around to the back side of the body, just opposite the navel for the Ming Men point. Rub there. Give it a nice stretch as you do. Now let's grab the energy from that point, pull it around the waist to the opposite side of the body. You're going to pull all the way down and off of the leg. So you're coming all the way around the waist and then all the way down and off of that foot. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Coming all the way around the waist, all the way down and off the foot. We'll do it twice on each side. Okay, so let me come back to you. Apologize for all the adjustments here. All right, so now we're going to do the zip up and the hook up. So starting at your central or at your pubic bone, you're going to trace straight up the center of the body. Inhaling all the way up, exhale down to the sides, and do that 2 more times. And take your 2 middle fingers. One goes in the navel, the other one comes up to the brow. Push in and pull up with both and hold. This is your hook up. So this is a good opportunity to notice how you're feeling. This is the end of your daily energy routine. That's the Eden method daily routine. And if you've been doing the routine regularly for a long time, once you get to this point, it should feel pretty good. You should feel like you are in a nice, relaxed state. This gives your energy system, your body, a nice, comfortable place to come back to. Okay, so we're going to release that, move into our additional sequence on making space for transformation. We're starting at the heart chakra today. We're going to start by opening the heart chakra. I'll grab my clock here. So we're making counterclockwise circles over the heart chakra as if the clock is on your body facing out. So counterclockwise with your left hand. And you're about 4 to 6 inches off of the body. All right, counterclockwise circles. I'm going to hold the other hand facing away from me in case I'm pulling something off that I don't want to send back into my field. And you may feel sensation in the other hand. There is a siphoning effect. So sometimes as something's moving out, you'll feel it actually leaving your other hand. So just notice. We've had a lot of heart openings happening over the last few weeks. And I've talked about this quite a bit. So if you're on my email list, you've heard about it. If you've watched my videos, otherwise you've heard about it. As the heart's opening, there's a lot of adjusting that happens. And these old emotions are coming to the surface. So this opening and clearing that we're doing here helps just to move that process along. Still breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, now we're going to shake those hands off. Now we're going to hold the heart center. I'm going to go a little bit high here because this microphone, actually maybe I'll just sneak under it, with the 5th chakra, which is right here at your throat. So you're holding heart and throat together. And it's just 2 hands. Just relax into this. We're going to hold for a couple of minutes so that we can make a nice strong connection between these two. Now, the 5th chakra helps to process all of our emotions and it also helps us express. So, if there is something coming out of your heart that needs to be expressed, then we want it to move up to the fifth chakra where it can be both expressed and processed, broken down. These old patterns, old emotions, when they come up, they still have to be processed. That's just part of it. And the processing of the fifth chakra helps us to understand, um, make sense of, incorporate learning, and incorporate that understanding into our way of seeing, our way of being. It becomes part of our energy system in a new way. Instead of being a blocked energy where we're holding on to old pains and hurts, it can become a new understanding that moves us forward in life in a new way. So just think about that, open up to that process, to allowing that process to happen. Set the intention to allow those old emotions to move out of your heart. Just a few more breaths here. Notice how you're feeling. This is feeling really good to me. I feel like I could hold this for another 20 minutes. That's something to pay attention to. If something feels really good to you, you can stay there. You don't have to stop. A lot of times that's your body saying, yes, I want more of this. Okay, so we will we will stop though. We'll release that now. We're going to take your fingertips, just the fingertips, and we're going to put them on the central meridian line, which is the line that runs from the pubic bone to the chin, so straight up the center of the body. You're going to have one hand above the navel and the other just below the navel. Again, it's fingertips. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't matter which hand goes where. So you're connecting into the central meridian. And we're just going to hold here with the intention of that connection, connecting in. Again, central meridian co-governs the nervous system. And relax into this posture so your arms are relaxed. Nice relaxed stance, or if you're sitting, that's fine. Lying down is fine. My feet are about hip width apart. It's nice and comfortable. And see what you feel as you connect in here. So, this is a nice exercise in awareness as well, and feeling into your own energy. You may feel a little bit of nervous system energy moving. It may feel like you're locking into a bit of a charged channel. Just see what you notice for yourself, but there are different qualities to different energies. So be aware of that. Hi, Nancy. Okay, now we're going to move again. We're going to bring both of our hands in 3-finger notches. That is thumb, index, and middle finger, just like that. We're bringing those to the temples, and we're just going to hold here. So we're tapping into the triple warmer meridian here. These are neurovascular points for triple warmer, which means it's a point where we can access the meridian and encourage it to relax and to calm on an emotional level. So just note we've gone from nervous system, which can be a bit agitating, to triple warmer and encouraging it to calm, right? To allow movement. Nervous system agitation can agitate the triple warmer, which is your stress response. So we just want to breathe and relax. Just a few more breaths here. You're almost there. Okay, see what you notice. And now let's release that. We're going to wrap the arms just under the breasts, around the torso, and you're going to rock. So this is nice and soothing for the system. And this is actually something that Donna Eden suggests for the liver, to help balance the liver, because the liver helps us process emotions. And of course, you're holding right over your liver. The liver's on the right side there. And as we do this, it's like cradling and rocking a baby and calming it and telling it everything's okay. So you can think about that for your system. Where does your system need that calming reassurance? Or where do you need that in your life on an emotional level? Maybe with some of the emotions that are coming up. Okay, now we're going to do our final hold. So we're going to begin with the back of the right hand at your low back. So the back of the hand is against the back. The left palm is going to go at the throat. So holding like so. Maybe it's better this way. Nope. So I guess you can't really see both of those at once, but back of the hand on the back, the low back, and left hand at the throat. This is working with flow of energy through your body and just sort of working with the polarity of push and pull. We've got the triple warmer, another triple warmer neurovascular at the throat as well. It also helps release, open up flows. Okay, now you're going to release the hand from the throat and bring it to the diaphragm, just under the rib cage, and hold. You're not using any pressure here, you're just connecting. And we just have a few more breaths. So, with these last few breaths, I'll just have you take a moment to bring some awareness to how you're feeling with all of this that we've done today. Kind of pull back and see what you notice. How's your body? How are your emotions? How's your mind? This one's also feeling really good. I'm extending it a bit, but I will let go in just a minute, I promise. Okay, so you can release that now. And that is it for today. Thank you all for joining me. And again, you can post comments and questions after the fact if you'd like. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And do check out my website or join the email list for a lot more information and things that you can participate in. All right, everyone, have a wonderful week. Thanks again for coming, and I'll see you next time.